It's the final home game of the regular season, but not the last time we're going to see Lane play. Lane already clinching a playoff spot. Linn-Benton coming in, trying to ruin the confidence. Well, we'll see if they can do it. Hello and welcome, everyone, to the campus of Lane Community College for tonight's NWAC conference matchup between Lane and Linn-Benton. So we'll go on alongside Ryan Oppenheimer. Ryan, it's hard to believe the end of the season's already here, but one thing's for sure, though, Lane, this is not going to be the last game they play. They're gearing up for another championship run.
Yeah, and they're honoring their seniors. They're honoring their sophomores, that is, starting Charlie Day and Peyton Sheridan. But it looks to be just another day at the office for this Lane team that's 25-2 overall on the season, 13-2 in the conference, and they're looking to end the season strong.
Yeah, they are. I mean, Lane has just been one of the hottest teams in all of conference play. 25-2 coming in. Only 2 losses, and both those 2 losses were in conference play. But this team has just been flat-out dominant. They definitely look the same, similar to last year, and they're going to be ready for a playoff run. We'll give the starting lines for both teams, starting with your Lane Titans. Peyton Sheridan, Charlie Day, 2 Lane players that don't usually get the starting role, but they're going to get the start here today at the 2 guard positions. Chloe Daniels and Maya Adams, they are usually in the starting lineup, and they will be in today's lineup. And then Brooke Stuckey will be in the middle. And now for the Roadrunners from Linn-Benton, Lainey Snelling and Haley Rome with the 2 guards alongside Natalie McBride and Caitlin Weaver at the 2 forwards, and Betty Ann Wilson at the center. So Lane gearing up for their last regular season home matchup. NWAC tournament set to start next weekend. Almost a bit of a tune-up game for Lane. Trying to figure out what they need to work on, what they need to practice, but we'll see how they start off. And they're going to win the opening tip-off. Brooke Stuckey gets a tip, and up to bring it is Maya Adams. Now Chloe Daniels driving inside, left baseline, no good, going to get blocked, but she'll be fouled on the very first play of the game. 13 seconds in, she's already to the free throw line.
Yeah, Chloe Daniels does everything for this team, gets double-doubles more than anyone on the roster, and she gets to the free throw line here.
She's 6th in the conference in rebounds to get per game, and she's also 4th in the conference in blocks, so she's a threat on both sides as she knocks down the first one. She's been averaging a little bit over 14 points in her last 3 games. She has definitely been on fire, and that's exactly what you want heading into the playoffs. Daniels makes the second one, and Lane with an early 2-0 lead, just within 13 seconds left of this one. Kayla Weaver, the guard for the Roadrunners, are going to bring it up. Bounce pass over to Betty Ann Wilson at the top of the key. Now over to Snelling. Getting worked on by Charlie Day. And now inside, Natalie McBride working on the baseline against Brooke Stuckey. She'll get hit out of bounds, and they're going to say it went off McBride, so it'll be a turnover for the Roadrunners, and Lane will get the ball back.
Great positioning by Brooke Stuckey, using the sideline as a defender, forcing a turnover.
Charlie Day, one of the sophomores that was honored just a few minutes ago, bringing it up court. Now going to swing it over to Brooke Stuckey, gets it down low. In the post is Chloe Daniels. Now outside, she finds Charlie Day. Day driving inside and hits the mid-range jumper. What a shot there from Charlie Day. She had a few Roadrunners to get past, but no problem getting the shot off, and it's a quick 4-0 start for Lane. Now here are the Roadrunners trying to get the shot off. Turnover on their first possession. Lainey Snelling thought about going up with it, but instead gets over to Betty Ann Wilson. Now here's a driving Caitlin Weaver, who drives in, no good. Rebounded by Daniels. She's going to push it up for Lane. Getting chased by a few Roadrunners. She's going to stop and kick it out to her guard, Maya Adams. Lane's been one of the better teams when getting off to hot starts in all of the conference play. And it looks like they're getting off to a hot start here. Is Peyton Sheridan driving it in. That one no good. Hard fought, she couldn't get it to fall. Here's Betty Ann Wilson putting it up court, trying to find someone. Thought about pulling up, instead decides to swing it over to Snelling. Now Snelling driving inside. Almost got ripped away by Maya Adams. They're going to call it a jump ball. It'll stay with the Roadrunners, but really nice defense there from Maya Adams.
Yeah, Maya Adams came off the bench for the majority of this season. Only started 2 games. This is her 3rd. Already making an impact.
No, Emma McDonald or Michael Wicks, the top two guards for this team, as there's a missed jumper for him. Natalie McBride. Lane pushing it up court. Coach Healy deciding to rest his two-star guards before the playoffs. Kind of a smart move, but we might still see them later on in the game. Here's a mid-range from Brooke Stuckey. That went off the side of the rim. Roadrunners grab the rebound, pushing it up head. Wilson coming up fast, trying to get it down low, and does get it down low to Natalie McBride, but she misses it. Grabs her own rebound, puts it back up, and puts it in. A nice rebound and score there from Natalie McBride.
That was great vision from Betty Ann Wilson. She leads this team in assists.
Here's Maya Adams driving inside, grabs her own rebound, kicks it back out to Brooke Stuckey. Now Chloe Daniels thought about taking the three from outside the perimeter. Lane's going to reset. Daniels drives inside. That one gets tipped away, and it's a steal for the Roadrunners. Pushing it up court. Lainey Snelling all alone. Bounce pass to Betty Ann Wilson for the easy lay-in. And just like that, it's tied up at 4.
Roadrunners playing fast early, but so are the Titans.
Here's Charlie Day driving inside. Left-handed hook and in. Nice lay-in there from Charlie Day. As we keep mentioning, she doesn't really start on this team, but with this being the last game, and Emma McDonald on the bench decides, Shealy decides to rest his star player and bring in Charlie Day. He's been a really solid option for this team. And she'll bring it up court for Lane. Gets it down to the low post. Chloe Daniels working against Natalie McBride. Now Peyton Sheridan gets a Roadrunner defender off her. Now here's Chloe Daniels back to Peyton Sheridan from the baseline, driving in. Double team, trying to put a shot up, and that just gets stolen away out of her hands by Snelling for the Roadrunners. She pushes ahead to Wilson, going against bounce pass inside to McBride. Misses that one. And Roadrunners grab the offensive rebound, and they'll reset. Now there's a three-point attempt from Weaver. That one no good off the front iron. And Sheridan and Daniels fighting for it. But Sheridan ends up coming away with it. 6 minutes left to play in the first quarter. Here's a three-pointer. Good from Charlie Day. Actually, that was Maya Adams who made the three-pointer. She had an open look, and she took it.
That's what Lane does best. They make threes. They're best in the whole conference at doing just that.
They're first in the conference, shooting 33% from the line. Free throw jumper there from McBride is good. Bring Linn-Benton back in with 3. But like you were saying, Ryan, Lane is one of the top three-pointers, not just in the conference, but in the entire nation. They take more three-pointers, I believe, than any other team, and they hit them. Now here's in the corner, Daniels driving inside against McBride. She'll pull up in the post and hit it. So Lane off to a pretty quick start. Now 11-6, the first 5 minutes of the game. Snelling bringing it up on the right wing. Now bounce pass over to McBride. He's on the far side. Thought about driving against Brooke Stuckey. Decided to abort that. Now here's Snelling working on the post. McBride take a three-pointer of her own. That one completely missed. Sheridan grabs the easy miss. She'll bring it up court. Gets ahead of Brooke Stuckey. What a find from Sheridan. But Brooke Stuckey couldn't finish. Wilson pushing it up court pretty quickly. She'll pull up from just past the free throw line and hit it.
Man, both teams playing real fast so far, and Betty Ann Wilson doing everything on the court as expected.
It's Betty Ann Wilson's second shot of the night. Now here's Peyton Sheridan. Gets over to Chloe Daniels. Going to see that matchup a lot between her and McBride. Now trapped in the corner. Gets out to Brooke Stuckey. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Lane needs to get a shot off. Here's Charlie Day. Now gets to Chloe Daniels in the corner. That one no good. Wilson grabs the miss. Roadrunners are going to push it up. Here's Snelling. Gets it down low to McBride. Working against Daniels. She'll put one up. And no good. Daniels on the floor trying to grab the rebound. And now a few players from both teams on the floor. That'll be a jump ball and it'll go back to Lane. But not before we get a timeout. First timeout of the game. Ryan, what have we seen so far?
Well, you know, it's been a little bit sloppy and some missed shots, but I think both teams are still getting into their rhythm at the beginning of this game. And, you know, both teams and, Linn-Benton, they shoot 36.2% from the field. Lane much better than that at 44.3. And, I think the numbers show that it won't take too long for Lane to pull ahead. I think they're the clear favorites in this one.
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt. And I think one thing to keep an eye on, especially on the Linn-Benton side, is even though Lane ranks so high in some of these categories, field goal percentage and three-point percentage, Linn-Benton is the second best team right now in free throw shooting. And Lane, they played some pretty clean basketball this whole season. They haven't really had a lot of foul situations where, some of their players have gotten into 4 or 5 foul territory. But, in a close game like this, it's only down, they're only up 11-8. If Linn-Benton gets to the free throw line, second best team in the conference in shooting free throws, that can make a big difference, especially down the stretch.
Yeah, and their offense runs through their big men. Natalia McBride, standing 6 feet tall. She leads this team with 12.9 points per game, and I think Leslie Reinecker is looking to get her some more looks in this first quarter.
So now Emma McDonald will make her first appearance in this game. Usually starts, but decides to take a bench roll. Here's a three-pointer. Good. Out of the timeout break. Maya Adams with her second three-pointer of the game.
She's 5th in the conference in three-point percentage. She adds to that right there.
She didn't record a point last game versus Clackamas, but now with 6 points here in the early going. There's Avery Spikerman, who checks into the game for the Roadrunners. And they're going to be a travel call. That was Sienna Hartle, who pump fake, tried to drive inside, but ref was right there to call the travel. Michael Wicks also checked in for Lane.
Yeah, you weren't sure if you were going to see her in this game, but she didn't take long to come off the bench. But
this
was see limited minutes.
It was just from Michael Wicks' first game, and she just gets a clear lane all the way, not able to finish. But back to what I was saying, this was the first game the whole season that she hasn't started. Lane's had a pretty consistent lineup except for this last game. But now it looks like Greg Shealy is going to want her starters to get some minutes and kind of stay loose and get ready for playoffs. Here's a pass inside to Berkshire. That one no good. Wicks grabs the rebound, pushing it up ahead. She finds McDonald, and McDonald's going to slow it down. Let her team get cross court and set up. McDonald also one of the best shooters in all of conference. He drives inside and able to connect in the lay-in. 16-8. Lane leads with 2:33 left to go in the first.
Yeah, Emma McDonald, she had 20 points and 3 steals last game, 4 of 9 threes.
She's had 8 games this year with 20 points. And here's a steal from Chloe Daniels all alone. 2 Roadrunners trail her, but no one's going to catch up to her as she puts it in for the easy lay-in. It's now a double-digit lead for the Titans.
Yeah, these Titans force a lot of turnovers. In their backcourt, Emma McDonald and Michael Wicks combined for 4.2 steals per game, but big man getting in on the action there.
And it's stolen away by Chloe Daniels. This time she has the Roadrunners in front. She gets it ahead to Lisa McConkey, and it gets blocked by Wilson. Wilson came out of nowhere and just took it out of the hands of McConkey. Pushes it up court, and now down low to Berkshire. That one misses. Daniels grabs the rebound. Michael Wicks bringing it up for the Titans. Looking for someone, trying to look for McDonald there, and says she's going to pull from left of the free throw line and connect.
Yeah, she was looking for the handoff there, and nice move to fake the handoff and then get open for the jumper.
So Linn-Benton calling a quick timeout, just about a minute 30 after they called the first timeout. Lane, wow, they're shooting the lights out. Up 20-8 with 1:33 left to go. We'll step aside for a quick break here on the Lane Streaming Network. Linn-Benton with possession coming out of the timeout. They're down 20-8 with just over a minute left to go. Here's a baseline drive in from Landley McBride. She'll go up with it and get fouled. And to the free throw line, she shoots 2.
That looked like straight up defense from Lily Duffin, but refs aren't having any of that.
Lily Duffin, like you just mentioned, Ryan, into the game. Titans have really had a great combination of star players at the forward position. You got Duffin, Stuckey, Chloe Daniels, kind of mixing Brooklyn Moody there a little bit, but they just have a lot of depth at that position. And it really doesn't matter who's on the floor. They're all going to give you the same minutes and same good minutes as well. Now Michael Wicks pushes ahead. Emma McDonald from the left wing. Yes! Emma McDonald with her first points of the night.
That is a dynamic duo in the backcourt, combining for a lot of points.
And a nice job there of Michael Wicks to come out and disrupt the play. They'll stay with Linn-Benton, but that's Michael Wicks if you don't know her. She is just all over the court on offense and defense. Able to set up plays, able to stop them. She is a threat on both sides. Now here's a three-point attempt from Walters. That one good. So Walters answers McDonald's three on the other end. Still 23-11, less than a minute left to play in the first. Michael Wicks, top of the key. Now Chloe Daniels, Emma McDonald, pump fake. Looking inside, getting the screen from Duffin. She goes the other way. She'll drive in and get her own rebound. She thought the play was going to stop. She got fouled, but the ref didn't call a whistle. Now Michael Wicks working in the post. Loses grip of it. 9 seconds left on the shot clock. Wicks making a move. She'll pull up from the same spot. That one, no good. McDonald came out and grabbed the rebound. Lane will reset. Now she'll take another three-pointer, same spot. No good. Lily Duffin touches it. And they're going to say that she touched it last, so to go out of bounds, Linn-Benton grabs the ball. That was just so much going on. It looked like Emma McDonald thought she got fouled, or she was expecting a whistle, but a little bit of confusion
give up on
there.
The play. Yeah. And, you know, kind of a throwaway game for the Titans. They already have a playoff spot clinched, but you don't have this much success with taking games off. They're treating this like any other game.
Shot clock turned off, only 8 seconds. Here's a three from Walters. So Walters with 2 threes in this game. Linn-Benton inching closer. He's a half-court shot from Sheridan, no good. Completely misses the rim, but Lane off to a hot start here in the final game of the regular season as they're up 23-14 over Linn-Benton. Second quarter action coming your way on the other side of this break. Second quarter just about ready to get underway. Lane up 23-14 over Linn-Benton. The Titans, they really put on a clinic in that first quarter. 9 of 20 from the field and 3 of 6 from beyond arc.
Yeah, Maya Adams hit 2 of those three-pointers, and you know, she doesn't have the greatest field goal percentage, but she's real streaky.
So it'll be the Roadrunners' ball to start this one as it'll get inbounded to Snelling. It's a one-on-one with Emma McDonald. Now kicks it out to Romig. Now she'll hand it off to Walters. Walters driving inside, trying to pull up outside to McBride. McBride driving in against Duffin, gets tipped away, but Weaver comes up with it, working on the post against Duffin. Now she'll kick it out to Walters. Shot clock down to 7. Walters spin move inside, no good. That one hit off the back of the backboard. Lizzie McConkey grabs the rebound, pushes up ahead. And now Lily Duffin she'll grab it. Emma McDonald working around the screen, driving in, clear lane, gets blocked by McBride. And she comes away with the rebound. Really nice defense there from Natalie McBride. Now McDonald comes away with it, steals it right back. She'll go with it, and again blocked by McBride. So it looked like an easy basket there for Emma McDonald, but Natalie McBride for the Roadrunners said no way. Back-to-back blocks within a matter of 10 seconds.
Yeah, Natalia McBride, she's 22nd in the conference in blocks, and she just keeps at it on defense.
One of the bright spots for this Roadrunner team, 25th in conference in field goal percentage, 18th in free throw percentage, and like you said, Ryan, 22nd in conference in blocks. Now here are the Roadrunners. Down by 9 with 9 minutes left to play in the first half. Trying to go on some sort of run, an inch closer towards Lane. Here's a mid-range from Natalie McBride. She's able to hit that one. So now the Roadrunners inch closer. It's 23-16. Lizzie McConkey bringing it up the court very quickly. Now inside to Brooke Stuckey. Stuckey cutting inside and able to put it in.
Tough finish from Brooke Stuckey. You know, she's the most efficient field goal shooting player on this team, and yeah, she makes tough finishes look easy.
There's a 3 from Brooklyn Walters. That one no good. Michael Wicks had no one around her. She'll grab the rebound, brings it up for Lane. Wicks at the top of the key, hands off to Emma McDonald. McDonald driving in. Now kicks it out to Chloe Daniels. She's working in the post looking for someone. Finds a cutting Michael Wicks inside. That one gets tipped away by Natalie McBride. And they're going to say that McBride touched it last, so it'll stay with Lane. But Natalie McBride, she's been all over the court, playing really good defense and really good offense.
Like I said, this team runs through her, and if the Roadrunners are going to come back, it's going to have to be through her.
Brooke Stuckey working the post. Fade away, no good. Been really good in the post all year, but couldn't connect there. Wilson bringing it up. Now she'll cook it out. Walters thought about a 3, instead goes inside. Misses it completely. Daniels comes up with it. She'll bring it up for Lane. And it gets stolen away by McBride. At least it got tipped. And they're going to call it a jump ball. It'll go to Linn-Benton. How about Natalie McBride? She's already had 2 blocks in this game and a handful of plays where she just completely disrupted Lane.
She's going to take a seat now.
She'll take a seat. Definitely gassed. She played the whole first quarter. And it looks like the possession is going to stay with Lane. They'll inbound it to Maya Adams, who's back out on the court. Now down low, Brooke Stuckey. Thinking about the fadeaway. Does take the fadeaway. That one doesn't go again. A little bit closer, but couldn't connect. Now here's Wilson for the Roadrunners. Outside of Romig, mid-range jumper. That's good. So Linn-Benton, they're keeping pace with Lane. Only down 25-18. And now here's Micah Wicks. Wicks, cross-court pass. Here's a 3-pointer from Adams. Yes! Maya Adams, have a day. 3 of 4 from beyond the arc. Already 9 points.
Yeah, Adams only shoots 38% from the field, but she had 32 points against Wenatchee Valley early in this season.
And now it gets stolen away by Lane. Lizzie McConkey bringing it up. She's got one Roadrunner ahead. Kicks it inside. Finds a cutting Maya Adams.
This might be the Maya Adams game, folks.
Her season high was 32 points versus Wenatchee Valley, where she went 8 of 10 from beyond the arc. And she is definitely on pace to possibly match that or even surpass it. Here's a free throw shot from Wilson. That one no good. Lane grabs the miss. And what good recognition. Michael Wicks finds Emma McDonald up court. And no one in front of McDonald puts in the easy lane up. And Lane, now they're running away with it, 32-18.
Micah Wicks, the leading assist woman on this team, what a great find from her. Up the court for the easy lay-in.
Roadrunners need to start knocking down some shots or get some sort of momentum going as Wilson cuts inside and puts it in with the finger roll.
Yeah, Wilson's all over the court, and she's the engine for this offense.
Look at the speed from Micah Wicks. She just bulldozed her way all the way to the rim and got fouled on the way up. She'll go to the free throw line, but we talked about it before the game. I mean, Micah Wicks, she just has so much speed. Even though, you know, she's pretty much the playmaker, but if she can get hot from shooting-wise, she's on it.
Yeah, she shoots 43% from the field, 29% from 3, and when those numbers increase, she's real dangerous, and she just won the Titan of the Week award from Lane Athletics.
She was the NWAC Player of the Week not too long ago, February 5th through the 11th. She able to knock down both free throws, now back to a 14-point Lane lead. Linn-Benton had a full line change. And now their starting players are back out. Snelling, McBride, Hardo, Weaver, and Spikerman. And Now here's Spikerman. Bounce pass McBride. McBride hits the shot from just right of the free throw line at the high post.
That catch and shoot from the elbow might just be her spot. Natalia McBride, a smooth stroke from right there.
McBride with 8 points in the game already. Now Brooke Stuckey, that ball got tipped away by McBride. She'll pick it up and reset for Lane. Now Michael Wicks, top of the key, looking for the screen. She's going to pull up from the same spot. That one no good. Stuckey goes up and grabs the offensive rebound, puts it back up, and puts it in. Brooke Stuckey.
Brooke Stuckey is a star, man. She just went and got that rebound over 2 defenders. And she'll get one more at the line after this timeout.
She is so great in the post on offensive defense, especially going for that offensive rebound. Doesn't matter if she has 1, 2, even 3 defenders on her. She's going to go up for it and try to grab it. As another timeout is called. 4:56 left to play. Lane up 36-22. You know, we kind of saw Linn-Benton with a little bit of a run towards the beginning of the first quarter, but now Lane, I mean, they've just taken off with it.
Yeah, Lane is just, they got firepower all around the roster. Even with Emma McDonald, Micah Wicks coming off the bench instead of starting this game, you know, it's been the Maya Adams show. It's going to be interesting when if she's ever going to cool off this game.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It's definitely been her game to this point. 11 points, 3 of 3 from beyond the arc. But, you know, Lane, they've been spraying the ball around a lot. And I think that's what's really key about this team making a championship run is they have so many players on this team. But not only that, they have players that can just execute anytime. It's not 1 or 2 star players that they rely on. This whole lineup is full of talented players that can easily, you know, win them games, win them close games, and just go out and perform like they are doing right now. I mean, we see it. Pretty much everyone who's played up to this point, except Lizzie McConkey, has scored. I mean, when you're able to do that as a team, success, it comes easy.
It's pretty crazy the fact that they're able to keep up this sustained success with all the turnover that happens in community college basketball. They only returned 3 players from last season where they won the national championship. That's their 6th national championship. They've been at this for a while.
They definitely have. Greg Shealy has been one of the top coaches in all of the Northwest Atlantic Conference. He just does a great job recruiting year in and year out, and he definitely did a good job with this class. Now they're looking to make another championship run as we'll get a stoppage in play. Looks like there's going to be a foul called. Not sure who that was against, but Lane's going to keep possession. Michael Wicks will grab the inbound, top of the key. She gets the screen from Duffin, who's back in this game. She'll drive inside. And how about Michael Wicks going inside with no hesitation? She's able to lay it in for 2. 38-22, Titans lead. And here's a high post from Wilson. That one no good. Lily Duffin grabs the rebound, pushes it ahead. Now here's Michael Wicks, finds Duffin down low, and it gets stolen away again by Natalie McBride.
Wreaking havoc on the defensive end, Natalia McBride.
Now here's Weaver driving in, and it looks like it's going to kick off the foot of Charlie Day. Actually going to say it went off of Weaver, so it'll be a turnover for the Roadrunners, and Lane will get the possession back. 4:10 left to play in the first half. Lane up by 16. And now Duffin working the post. Spin move and puts it in. A nice move there from Lily Duffin in the low post.
Yeah, that strong drop step is a go-to move for a lot of post players, and Lily Duffin just executed it to perfection.
Spikerman was working down low, got stolen away by Micah Wicks. Now Wicks driving in, and she'll pull from left of the free throw line and hit it. And it's now a 20-point Titan lead. Largest lead of the night. And they have just taken off since opening tip-off.
With all the speed that Micah Wicks has, she plays real calm and collected. You know, never playing at too high of a speed.
Now here's a mid-range jumper that goes no good. Kaylin Weaver, the freshman from Prineville, wasn't able to connect there. And now it looks like we'll have a few substitutions for both teams. Actually, we'll have a line change pretty much for Linn-Benton. So Now Wilson back into the game for the Roadrunners. She'll swing it over to Walters. Walters, that one no good. And a rebound grabbed by Geckner. Geckner working in the post, a little hook shot, turnaround. What a shot there from Geckner. Able to put it in for mid-range against Lily Duffin.
Geckner showing the range with that long hook shot.
Maya Adams also back into the game. Finds Lily Duffin, getting in down low. Ball kind of stayed up there, kind of deciding whether it was going to go in and out. Ended up going in for Duffin. Now it's back to a 20-point Lane lead. Wilson making a few moves inside against Duffin. That one no good. Geckner trying to go for it. They're going to say it touched last by a Roadrunner, so possession will go to Lane.
Yeah, all of a sudden this is a 20-point game, and Lane is already running away with this game, but they can't take their foot off the gas quite yet.
Micah Wicks working around a screen. Now Duffin finds Chloe Daniels in the low post. That one no good. Walters able to grab the board. And now Wilson trying to bring it up ahead, and they're going to say that she traveled. Really nice defense there from Michael Wicks, but a costly mistake from Wilson.
Michael Wicks just demonstrates an awareness of where she is on the court in relativity to the offensive players, and that allows her to be a menace on defense and offense.
Chloe Daniels kicks outside to Maya Adams. That one misses, her first miss of the night from three-point range. Lily Duffin's trying to go for the rebound, and they're going to say that she stepped out of bounds, so to go back to Linn-Benton. But I think one thing that Michael Wicks does better than any other player on this team is disrupt. She is willing to disrupt the offense for the other team in any way, whether it's blocks, whether that's steals. Here's a free throw shot from Wilson, misses. Walters able to grab the board, kicks it down low to Geckner, and they're going to say it went off the foot of a Lane player, so it'll stay with Linn-Benton.
Emma McDonald checking back into this game, the leading scorer on the season for the Titans. And, you know, she has a limited workload today, but we'll see how many points she ends up with.
Wilson grabs the inbound. Now outside, Walters in the far corner, working against Maya Adams. That one gets tipped by Adams, and she comes away with it. She'll take it up court, gets it to Michael Wicks. Wicks going to pull up, high post, yes!
Wicks, just whenever she has any bit of space, she just pulls it, and it's an effective strategy for her.
A nice shot there from Michael Wicks from the foul line. Now 46-24 with a minute 15 left to play. Lane, they've just been so dominant as a missed three-pointer there from Bershauer. Daniels pushing up court. Trying to take it all the way. Now finds a cutting Maya Adams inside. She misses that lay-in. Less than a minute left on the clock in the first half as here's a jumper from Romig, who's left all alone. She couldn't find anything. And now Michael Wicks finds Chloe Daniels cutting inside. She gets fouled on the way up. She'll go to the free throw line and shoot for two.
Lane currently out-rebounding Linn-Benton 20-17. And they always seem to have players in position for the defensive rebound, and that takes a lot of discipline.
And that can really be a thing that contributes to, you know, the extended success, as we've been talking about, is really out-rebounding these teams. And I think that's something that Lane has done well over the, not just past, few games, but this whole entire season. A combination of Brooke Stuckey and Lily Duffin down low, getting those offensive boards and giving Lane those second chances outside, it's worked off for them.
Lane's doubling up the Roadrunners right now. 39 seconds to go in this half.
The Roadrunners have only shot 33% from the line, 11 of 33. There's a mid-range from McBride. Thought she got fouled on that one. Offensive rebound grabbed by Wilson, but she gives it right back to Lane. Shot clock turned off. Michael Wicks just past half court. She'll probably hold it. Lane going to most likely get the last shot before halftime. Now on McDonald, top of the key. Michael Wicks, left wing. Peyton Sheridan now to the point. Drives inside and not able to get it to go. They're going to say it went off Romig down low. They'll stay with Lane. 9 seconds on the clock.
probably going to try to get this ball to Emma McDonald.
They inbound it to Chloe Daniels, who drives inside against McBride. That one no good, and it goes out of bounds. This time they're going to say it went off a Titan, so it'll go back to Linn-Benton.
That was a good idea. I stand corrected. Get it to Chloe Daniels. Probably a better idea there.
Yeah, it's a Brooklyn Walters. 1 second on. She'll take a half-court shot. It's no good. Hit the rim, had a shot, but didn't go in. Lane, the first 2 quarters of the final game of the regular season, they're running away with that 48-24. Ryan, it's just been all Lane up to this point. They've been shooting well. They've been playing great defense. They've been hustling. They've been rebounding. I mean, what else can you add to the list?
Yeah, a stat that I find interesting, 10 assists for the Titans, 4 turnovers. And, with the pace that the Titans play at, they're kind of prone to committing a lot of turnovers. They're kind of near the middle of the conference in turnovers per game, but they've really kept that under control today, and they've played on the same page. 10 assists, that's already close to their average on the season, and they're definitely going to break that.
And not even have they kept the turnovers in check. They've also capitalized off the turnovers on Linn-Benton. 12 points off turnovers, and that's been really big. I mean, up 48-24. You add those 12 points. I mean, that makes a huge difference in this game. They're shooting 46% from the field, 4 of 8 from three-point range, and 6 of 7 from the free throw line. It's been all Lane for the first 2 quarters. Second half action coming your way, and we're going to step aside for halftime here on the Lane Streaming Network. Back now for the second half of action here on the campus of Lane Community College. Saul Galvan alongside Ryan Oppenheimer. Ryan, we talked about it before halftime started that Lane, I mean, they've just been doing it on both sides of the court. They have been the pure dominant team that we've seen them to be this whole entire season, and they are not laying their foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's been awesome to watch this team. You know, obviously they've got championship DNA. You know, Greg Sheely has won 6 championships, and they look like a championship team right now, playing great on offense and defense.
Roadrunners will start out with possession as it'll be a foul against the Titans. With the opening 12 seconds of the game, looked like Wilson went up with it. She'll go to the free throw line. Actually, that's Kaylin Weaver who will be at the free throw line and shoot too. But you're right. I mean, they have looked like a championship team. And it's funny, too, because 2 of the star players didn't even start this game. But they were able to come off the bench and have a really big impact in the second quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. Michael Wicks has been amazing, you know, everywhere all at once. And, you know, McDonald has been making some impact plays as well. But, you know, one part of a championship-level defense, not fouling. That's only their second foul of the game. They have not sent the Roadrunners to the free throw line very often. That's where their strength is.
Weaver able to connect on both free throws. Now here's Lane trying to answer. Peyton Sheridan on the left arc gets it down low to Brooke Stuckey. Stuckey working in the post. She'll do a fadeaway shot that's good. Brooke Stuckey opens up the scoring for Lane here in the second half.
And that is now 6 points for Brooke Stuckey.
Here's Betty Ann Wilson had a really solid first half. 6 points in the first 2 quarters. And now Caitlin Weaver driving inside. Natalie McBride from the high post. No good. Chloe Daniels able to grab the board. She'll bring it up for Lane. Lane had 4 offensive rebounds in the first half alone. That's really what contributed to them giving themselves second chance points. Now Peyton Sheridan, top of the key, working against Snelling. She'll drive inside against the post, just under the basket, and Snelling takes it out of her hands, and she'll bring it up for Lane. Now here's Betty Ann Wilson, moving towards the top of the key, swings it over to Romig. Here are the Roadrunners. Wilson trying to get it to McBride. McBride working against Stuckey. She'll go in the post against it. A little hook shot, no good. Daniels able to corral it.
Stout man-to-man defense from the Titans.
Chloe Daniels gets it ahead to Peyton Sheridan. Now back to Daniels at the top of the key. She'll make a few moves, work inside. Now she'll set up her in the post, go up with it, and she'll get fouled on the way up. Romig, a little bit too much contact there. Daniels to the line for 2. Chloe Daniels' third trip to the line, actually. She's been to the free throw line quite a bit tonight. She's been pretty good. 4 of 4 and now 4 of 5 from the free throw line to this point.
Yeah, 4 of 5 free throws, 2 of 5 field goals, and 9 defensive rebounds for Chloe Daniels.
So Daniels not able to knock down both. Still 50-26. Titans lead the Roadrunners. Lane trying to end their season with a win. They've already clinched the playoff spot for the NWAC tournament. And now there's a 3-pointer from Snelling, and Snelling hits the 3 from just left of the point.
Lainey Snelling is, that's her first points of the night.
Now Charlie Day looking for someone inside. Now looking for a screen. The eye in the basket. Now she'll move to her left, working against McBride. Down low, finds Stuckey. That's Chloe Daniels with a nice look inside of Stuckey. Just a really nice design play overall. Stuckey at the top of the key, able to find, Daniels at the top of the key, able to find Stuckey cutting inside. Now McBride working on the post, kicks it out to Romig. Romig going to take a shot from inside the arc. That one in and out of the rim. Wilson right there to grab the offensive rebound. Puts it back up and puts it in. Betty Ann Wilson with the offensive rebound and put back. And she'll go to the line to try to make it a 3-point play.
Yeah, Wilson has been playing hard all day, and you know she makes risky passes. That's kind of her play style, and it's resulted in 4 turnovers so far. But she's going to have to keep playing aggressive if the Roadrunners want to come back into this game.
Wilson not able to convert on the and one. Her and McBride both have 8 points. Now there's a 3-point from Maya Adams to open up her scoring for in this third quarter. She was red hot from beyond the arc in the first half, and now she gets started there, 1-1 from beyond the arc to start the second half. Now Brooke Stuckey comes away with it. She steals it, pushing it up court, running her hard, and it gets tipped out by Kaylin Weaver from the Roadrunners. It'll stay with Lane.
Look at Stuckey. Look at the motor on her running the floor past those defenders, and obviously she got blocked, but that's the stuff you like to see.
Charlie Day to inbound. She gets the inbound, checks into the game. Now Maya Adams, top of the key. She's working inside. She'll take it herself, drive in, and puts it in. Maya Adams. This has been the Adams show so far. 16 points now on the night. 6 of 9 from the field.
She's playing loose out there, and that jumper just a few moments ago was absolutely just perfect form. Almost looked robotic. Like, she's on fire today. She's locked in.
And now they're going to call a foul against Charlie Day, so it'll stay with Linn-Benton, but they're going to inbound. It'll be inbound to Natalie McBride, who's going to take a mid-range shot. That one no good, kind of bounced towards the rim, and now it gets stolen out of the hands by Weaver. They'll say it's a jump ball, and it will go back to Lane.
Yeah, McBride really likes that elbow jumper, and she hasn't really been hitting it today, aside from once, and that usually her shot, but not really today.
Brooke Stuckey takes a seat. Now McConkey is in, and McConkey thought about taking it all the way. She gets fouled on the way up. She'll go to the free throw and shoot for 2, and now might be the point where Greg Shealy might start subbing out some of these players that are more likely going to be the starters for the playoffs. Emma McDonald still in the game, but haven't seen Micah Wicks. Brooke Stuckey now takes a seat. McConkey misses her first free throw.
The only 2 players we haven't seen so far, Tori Line, the freshman 5'8" guard from Sheldon, and Brooklyn Moody, the Churchill graduate at Eugene, both Eugene natives.
McConkey not able to make both free throws, so now Lane is 0 of 4 from the free throw line to start the second half.
Wicks getting ready to check back into the game as Greg Shealy's not taking his foot off the gas quite yet.
There's a bit of a pump fake from Walters. Now gets it out to Wilson. And now here's baseline jumper from Weaver that goes in. 57-33, 5:35 left to play in the third quarter. Lane trying to run away with it. Chloe Daniels, top of the key, working against McBride. Now going to swing it to Lizzie McConkey. McConkey drives in without hesitation.
McConkey knows how to attack off the dribble handoff, and she tied her career high, her season high with 15 points last game, continuing off that success.
Now here's Brooklyn Walters, kicks it outside, pump fake from Weaver. She'll pull up from mid-range. That one no good. Wilson right there to grab the rebound. Underhand through it. What a pass there to Weaver inside. Wilson was going down with it, and she just kicked it out of nowhere to Weaver, who was right there to grab the pass and put it in. Now Chloe Daniels inside, and she gets the easy lay-in. Now the Roadrunners and Titans are trading shots. But Lane's still up big, 61-35. Now Walters, top of the key, getting the screen from McBride, going to kick it out to Hartle. Hartle driving in, passes it out to Weaver. Weaver, no good. Charlie Day able to haul it in. She'll bring it up for Lane. Thinking about taking her all the way. She goes up with it, and they're going to say it's an offensive foul against Day. Wilson went down hard on the ground.
That's a tough call to make. But we'd like to see the aggressiveness going coast to coast. Charlie Day getting the strong rebound, getting all the way down the floor, but over-aggressiveness cost her there.
That'll be the second foul of the game for Charlie Day and a timeout on the floor. Lane, 61-35, 4:19 left to play. We thought Lane might have taken the foot off the gas pedal a little bit. That's not been the case so far in the first 6 minutes of the third quarter.
Yeah, I don't think that's in Greg Shealy's DNA. You don't win 6 championships by taking your foot off the gas. I think eventually it's going to be time to give the players some rest, but I mean, this program has a next woman up mentality, and regardless of whether those star players are in or not, this team is going to play hard to the final whistle.
You're right. I mean, the next woman up pretty much describes exactly what this team is that it's not just 1 or 2 players. It's not even just 5 players, the starters. It's this whole roster. They can easily come in if someone goes down or someone, isn't having a good night, and they can easily just sub in. And I think that's what makes this team so special and capable of making another championship run is the depth that they have at guard, at forward, at center. They just have a whole lot of options. I'm sure Greg Shealy, it makes his jobs a lot easier when his players are playing like this.
Yeah, and the Titans, one of the favorites to win it again. They're ranked number 2 in the most recent coaches poll behind only Columbia Basin, but clearly the best team in the South Division right now.
Betty Ann Wilson bringing it up for the Roadrunners. She'll be guided by Tori Line, who you just mentioned, Ryan. We haven't seen in this game, and now she makes her first appearance here in the second half. And now here's a cutting inside pass from McBride. She tried to find Walters, who was driving inside. Now fade away from Wilson. She gets pushed down, and she'll go to the free throw line to shoot for 2.
Betty Ann Wilson, one of the top rebounders on this squad at just 5'5". It's impressive. I mean, she's got a big frame, and she definitely uses that to grab those offensive boards.
Not able to make her first free throw. She's 27th in the conference of free throw percentage, shooting around 72% from the line. And she's able to make that one, so she goes 1 of 2 on the free throw trip there. Lane pushing ahead very quickly. Now Chloe Daniels ends up in the post. She drives in against McBride. Finds Michael Wicks. Got tipped away, but Wicks able to come in and gather it. And now she'll reset the top of the key. Driving down to the right side. And now she'll pull from the baseline jumper. That's good. 2 points there from Michael Wicks, who's having a really good night behind Maya Adams. 12 points now on the night for Wicks.
Yeah, she's making the Linn-Benton defense look silly.
And an easy bucket there for Berkshire, who also checks it back into the game. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout there from Greg Shealy. Didn't love what he saw there. A wide open look from Hannah Berkshire to get the easy 2 points. But his team still up big, 63-38. We'll step aside for a break here on the Lane Streaming Network. It seemed like Greg Shealy in that timeout was really riding his team for that mistake. And even though his team is up big in this one, he is still keeping his foot on the gas pedal as McConkey bringing it up court quickly, gets it to Duffin, who ends up on the ground. They're going to say it's a jump ball. It'll go back to Linn-Benton. But back to what I was saying, though, we kept an eye on Greg Shealy in that one. And, I mean, he was riding his players hard in that one, even though they're up big here in the third quarter.
Yep, it's how you win 6 championships. Never take a playoff.
It's definitely the mentality that they've had this entire game and this entire season. And it's the reason that they're favorites to try to go back-to-back for the NWAC Conference Championship.
Look at the active hands from Lizzie McConkey there. Getting the ball on the ground. Not sure what the call is going to be, though.
They're going to say that it went off the foot of Brooklyn Walters, and it will be a turnover for Linn-Benton. The coach for the Roadrunners, Leslie Reniker, didn't really love the call, but either way, it'll go to Lane. Lizzie McConkey to bring it up. Now it gets over to Michael Wicks. He's on the right wing. Now gets it down low, low post. Lily Duffin double team, and she goes fishing for her rebound. And they're going to say it's a jump ball. This time it'll stay with Lane on the possession change. Michael Wicks at the baseline, inbound. They'll get it into Lily Duffin, who's in the low post working against McBride. Now comes out of nowhere, double team, grabs her own miss, puts it back up, and McBride ends up coming away with it for the Roadrunners. 2:35 left to play in this third quarter. And looks like they're going to call a foul against Tori Line. Ref signaled that she might throw an elbow as Walters was driving in. And now Walters to the free throw line, shoot for two.
And it's in the Roadrunners' best interest for this game to be a track meet right now. I think you'll see in the near future the Titans might slow down their offense a little bit, control the ball a little more, increase that time of possession difference.
Walters misses her first free throw. First trip to the line tonight. Not able to connect. Brooke Stuckey and Maya Adams check back into the game. And Stuckey able to grab the easy rebound. Michael Wicks bringing it up for Lane. Thought about handing it off to Lizzie McConkey. Now gets stolen away by Betty Ann Wilson. Wilson bringing it up court. Making a few moves. A little Euro step against Stuckey. McBride there to grab the rebound. And they're going to say the foul was committed by McConkey at the other end. So McBride to the line for two. Chloe Daniels also checks back into the game. Lizzie McConkey takes a seat. And now pretty much the starting team that we've seen all year is on the floor now.
Yeah, Linn-Benton has their starters out, so Greg Shealy's countering that with his best lineup.
This is pretty much the same starting lineup that we've seen all year long with Emma McDonald, Michael Wicks, Maya Adams, Chloe Daniels, and Brooke Stuckey. One of the most dangerous lineups in the NWAC. And they'll show you why right away. Maya Adams, pump fake, now gets it back to Michael Wicks. Now Maya Adams gets it back. She'll go inside. Brooke Stuckey grabs the miss, and she gets fouled on the way up. Betty Ann Wilson came away with it, but the ref blew the whistle before she was able to get away with it. And Stuckey will go to the line, shoot for two.
It really feels like no one on this team, except maybe Micah Wicks, likes to hold the ball for more than 3 seconds at a time. I mean, rapid ball movement and just spreading the love constantly, and that's how all these players get their stats and get good looks at the rim.
It's the second trip to the line tonight for Brooke Stuckey. It makes her first free throw. Not really a great free throw shooter, only 51% from the line this year, but she's pretty much good in every other statistic. She's fourth in the conference in field goal percentage, and as we keep saying, she is a threat down the post against teams. Less than 2 minutes left to play in the third quarter as Michael Wicks able to come away with it. Emma McDonald comes in. No good. She can't connect on the easy shot there. But what a great defense there from Michael Wicks. Now here are the Roadrunners trying to capitalize on the missed shot. Here's a three-pointer from Walters. That one no good. Stuckey comes in with the rebound. She falls down. And they're going to call a travel, I believe, against Stuckey. Even though she grabbed the rebound, got rid of it right away. Might have taken a few steps, so it'll be a turnover for Lane. And the Roadrunners get possession back. Bounce pass inside, gets stolen away by Maya Adams. Great recognition there from her.
Yeah, that was a weak pass, and Lane took advantage of that.
Now here's
That's
Maya
a strong
Adams
pass.
cutting inside, missed the lay-in. A nice look there from Michael Wicks, but Adams couldn't finish inside. And now Snelling will bring it up. Working against Emma McDonald. McDonald behind her now. Snelling pulls up from right of the free throw line. Daniels grabs the missed shot. And she'll bring it up. Looking for someone. Finds Brooke Stuckey, who goes inside the free throw line and gets another 2 points. Brooke Stuckey so good from inside the paint. Able to hit it there from just inside the foul stripe.
Soft touch there on that jumper.
Less than a minute left to play in the third quarter. Now Brooklyn Walters, top of the key, working against Michael Wicks. He just throws up a shot. That one no good. Daniels got a hand on it, but it gets rebounded by Geckner. And another three-point attempt. Actually a deep two there from Hartle. But Lane able to come away with it. Shot clock still on, about 3 second difference. And McDonald in the corner now. Brooke Stuckey, she'll take one from right of the free throw line. That one no good. Snelling grabs the rebound. Shot clock turned off now. And Linn-Benton will probably get the last shot here of the third quarter. Snelling at the top of the key. Emma McDonald hands up. And now Brooklyn Walters driving inside, trying to kick it out. It gets thrown away by Micah Wicks. 4 seconds on the clock. Wicks driving it up the court, puts it up, and no good. Anna Berkshire was following her all the way and is going to get charged with the foul.
Yeah, look at Micah Wicks, again playing to the final whistle, and she had a smile on her face after taking that tumble. She seems to really love getting her hands dirty, playing physically, and it earns her some free throws at the end of this third quarter.
Only 0.5 of a second left on the clock as Michael Wicks knocked down the first free throw. Linn-Benton probably won't be able to get a shot off once they inbound. Wicks not able to connect on her second one, but the clock hits 0, and Lane up big, 68-39 after 3 quarters of play. The Titans, they've been playing like a championship team all year, and they continue it here tonight. One more quarter of the regular season coming up your way after this break here on the Lane Streaming Network. (68-39), the Titans lead the Road Runners here to start the fourth quarter. Linn-Benton will start this quarter with possession as Betty Ann Wilson will take the inbound, swing it over to Berkshire. Berkshire trying to find someone, gets it back to Wilson at the top of the key. Wilson driving inside, now gets it to McBride at the free throw line. That one no good. Wilson came out of nowhere, grabbed the offensive board, now gets it to McBride. McBride with the second shot. That one no good. Duffin ends up coming away with it for Lane.
Yeah, it's just not her night. She's now 4 of 15 from the field. Natalia McBride, not her best day shooting from that free throw line elbow spot.
It'll be McConkey, Wicks, Duffin, McDonald, and Tori Line out there to start this fourth quarter as the missed layup there from McConkey is no good. Could see a lot of the bench players with Lane up big, and this being the final regular season game.
I think Linn-Benton wants to end this season off strong, though, so they're going to keep their starters in.
Now, Natalie McBride was working the post against Duffin, and she gets fouled. It'll be an off-ball foul, so Linn-Benton is going to inbound, and now it looks like we are going to get a line change here for Lane. So all the players on the court for the Titans take a seat. And just a completely new look here for Lane. Wilson working in the post, now kicks it over to McBride, and that one no good. Lane coming away with it. Charlie Day, who started the game, bringing it up court for the Titans. She'll go to her left, now top of the key, Chloe Daniels. Maya Adams looking for the screen, gets the screen from Daniels, now finds a cutting Daniels down low. And Chloe Daniels gets fouled on the way up. She'll go to the free throw line to shoot for 2.
It's going to be her 4th trip to the free throw line. She's gotten there more than any other Titan in this matchup.
Daniels not able to make that free throw.
She's got 11 defensive rebounds now at this point, and also 5 assists. So all around good game from Chloe Daniels.
These are the 5 sophomores that were honored before today's game, and you wonder if they're going to finish out these final 8 minutes. This will be the last regular season home game they play for Lane. So Greg Shealy, he might let his sophomores let loose a little bit, enjoy these last 8 minutes here in their home court. As layup from Betty Ann Wilson is good. Now Charlie Day brings it up. Gets it to Maya Adams. Adams working around the screen. Now hands off to Peyton Sheridan. Sheridan gets it back to Day. Really good ball movement. Here's a three-pointer from Maya Adams. That's good.
That's her 5th three-pointer. My goodness. 19 points, leading this team by a mile.
She has been the bright spot of Lane tonight. As Hardo was trying to find McBride inside, but Stuckey tipped it away. And now Brooklyn Moody's going to check in for the first time in this game. Maya Adams takes a seat and gets a well-deserved applause from the audience. We'll see if she comes back out, but if she doesn't, 19 points and 5 of 6 from three-point range. That's a pretty good performance for your last game in the home stadium. This shot there from Linn-Benton. Chloe Daniels comes away with it. She'll bring it up. Makes a few moves. Top of the key. Now going to hand it off to Brooklyn Moody. Moody working to her right, to her left. Now Peyton Sheridan passes back to Chloe Daniels. Daniels working inside, trying to make a move, trying to kick it out to someone. Got double teamed, and the Roadrunners come away with it. But Lane able to get it back. Charlie Day comes away with it. Day driving inside, goes in with it hard, and puts it in.
It looked like the Roadrunners' zone defense was successful on that possession, but Lane stuck with it and was able to get that second chance layup.
Now Betty Ann Wilson, who has 9 points on the night tonight, kicks out to McBride. McBride with a three-pointer. That one hits off the backboard but doesn't hit iron. Peyton Sheridan comes away with it. Gets over to Charlie Day in the corner, who's trying to feed it down low to Stuckey, but Sheridan was able to grab the tip. And now Lane's going to reset. Sheridan cutting inside on the baseline. Now underneath the basket. Trying to kick it out to Brooklyn Moody, but Weaver comes away with it. She's all alone. Won't be contested and able to knock down the easy lay-in.
I think Peyton Sheridan had a layup there if she was looking at the hoop, but she was not, and that leads to an easy bucket for Linn-Benton.
Roadrunners are keeping up the intensity here in the final 6 minutes of this one. Chloe Daniels working the post now outside of Peyton Sheridan. Sheridan drives in down the left alley. Outside, Chloe Daniels, top of the key, working inside. Gets blocked by McBride, and they're going to say that it goes to Linn-Benton. Believe that Chloe Daniels touched it last. Ray Shealy didn't love the call, having a few words with the refs. And now Brooke Stuckey's going to come off. Willie Duffin back into the game.
Brooke Stuckey had a tremendous sophomore season. 12.7 points per game. Eating up space in the middle of the floor all season long for the Lane Titans.
Molly Gecker, who was working in the post against Duffin, gets fouled, and she'll go to the line to shoot for 2. Geckner's first trip to the free throw line tonight. Shooting 60% from the foul stripe. She's had at least 2 points in over 19 games this year. She not able to make the second one. Sheridan comes away with the rebound.
That's a heads-up play, boxing out the shooter. Almost went right back to her.
Now Brooklyn Moody in the near corner gets it down low to Duffin, working inside. And that one gets tipped away. Geckner comes up with it. Betty Ann Wilson pushing up court, able to find Weaver ahead, and Weaver not able to knock it down. But right there is Haley Romig outside, top of the key. And that's good. 3-point attempt from Betty Ann Wilson.
There's an in-rhythm look for Betty Ann Wilson. You know, she's been forcing things a little bit tonight, but that one looked like she, you know, was really feeling it on that jump shot attempt.
And now Charlie Day got fouled as she was bringing it up court. That was the first 3-point attempt for Betty Ann Wilson tonight, and was able to convert. Chloe Daniels takes a seat. Tori Line back into the ball game. Now Brooklyn Moody in the near corner gets tipped away by Weaver. So it'll stay with Lane. 5:15 left to play in regulation. Moody to inbound, gets it to Charlie Day. Day working on the right arc, gets around the screen. Now kicks it to Brooklyn Moody. Thought about a three-pointer and says she's going to drive inside, and then gets blocked by Weaver as she was going up. We're going to say it was a little bit too much contact, though, from Weaver. So it'll be 2 free throws for Brooklyn Moody.
I believe this is Brooklyn Moody's chance for her first non-three-pointer points of the season. She's got it.
She hasn't scored more than 3 points in other games this year. She had 4 3-point games, like you said. And she makes the second one. And now Michael Wicks back into the ball game. Going to come in for Charlie D. So Greg Shealy giving his sophomores a little ovation as they play in their last regular season home game. Now baseline Romig, and able to make the baseline jumper. 76-49 with 4:46 left to play. That one gets tipped away, but Sheridan comes away with it. Nice defense, though, from Linn-Benton, and they forced the turnover. Actually, it'll stay with Lane. It looked like it went off Michael Wicks there, but they're going to say it's going to stay with Lane.
Weaver and Wilson were really disrupting on that full court press. You think they would have done that earlier in this game, but too little too late.
Time winding down for both teams. Lane up big, 76-49 with 4:41 left to play. Rest of the game coming your way here on the other side of this break. It's an all-freshman look for Lane coming out of the timeout. Michael Wicks, Lizzie McConkey, Lily Duffin, Brooklyn Moody, and Tori Line are the 5 for the Titans out of the timeout.
A look at the future of this program, potentially.
Now here's a three-point attempt from the left arc, no good. That was Caitlin Weaver, who's trying to put one up from beyond the arc. Michael Wicks coming away with it. She'll bring it up at the top of the key. Working inside, thought about going in, and now it gets tipped away by Linn-Benton, and Weaver able to come away with it. Roadrunners pushing up ahead. Avery Spikerman down low in the post. She couldn't handle the pass from one of her teammates, and it's a turnover for Linn-Benton.
Pass was a little behind her there, and a little too inaccurate to lead to an open layup.
Now play resumes, and you can see Linn-Benton, they're playing full court defense. They're keeping up the intensity here in the final few minutes of this one.
I think a realistic goal for Linn-Benton would be to leave this.
Here's Brooklyn Moody with a three-point attempt from the right arc. How about it? She has not really had a lot of playing time this season, but when she does, she makes it count. Able to knock down 3 there.
I was going to say, I think it's a realistic goal for Linn-Benton to keep this game under 30, maybe even get it down to a 20-point loss, but with the entire team shooting well for Lane, I don't know if that's going to happen.
There's Micah Wicks all alone, came up with a steal and just had no one around here. And now it's 81 to 49. There's just been no answer from Linn-Benton here tonight. And now they're going to call a jump ball. It looks like Peyton Sheridan and Snelling were fighting for it.
If Micah Wicks is already this poised as a freshman, I think her sophomore year is scary hours. Yeah, I think she could potentially lead this school to back-to-back-to-back titles. But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Lane just a point over their average on the year. Here's top of the key, Peyton Sheridan. That one off the front iron. Brooklyn Moody trying to chase it down, but it gets tipped away by Romig, and then she comes away with it. Now here's baseline Spikerman. Now Geckner working inside against Duffin, not able to come away with it. Snelling tried to get a tip on it, but Sheridan comes away with it. And now Michael Wicks top of the key. Lane gonna try to milk some clock on this possession. Peyton Sheridan driving in. Now Duffin working the post outside. Brooklyn Moody. Back to Michael Wicks. Down low to Duffin. That one, another steal for Linn-Benton. Romig able to come away with it. Ahead of Spikerman. Now top of the key, Snelling. That one no good. Completely missed the backboard and the iron. Michael Wicks bringing it up. Now Torrey Line. Making a few moves inside. Outside to Sheridan. Lane just trying to move the ball. Here's a free throw shot from Sheridan. No good. Duffin grabs the miss. Puts it back in, and will go to the line for a potential 3-point play.
Yeah, man. Lily Duffin and Chloe Daniels and Brooke Stuckey, they are a formidable big center rotation, and they can really bang down low and get those second chance buckets.
Torrey Line and Peyton Sheridan, everyone's played for Lane tonight that's on their roster. But only 2 players have not scored, and that's Torrey Line and Peyton Sheridan. Duffin not able to convert on the end one. Romig chasing it down, able to come away with it. And look at Michael Wicks, still making plays up big. She comes away with the steal. And now Wicks drives inside, underneath the basket, kicks it out to Torrey Line. Line driving in, she'll pull it from inside the free throw line. That one doesn't hit, grabs her own missed shot. Outside of Michael Wicks, she'll take a 3. No good, rebounded by Walters. But really good looks there for the Titans. Michael Wicks, look at her, she comes away with the steal. She's gonna say that, they're gonna say that she had a little too much contact there with Wilson taking up court.
Yeah, Wilson and Michael Wicks have been going at it all game long, and it's been pretty fun to watch. I like Wilson's game as an aggressive big guard, and I like the speediness of Wicks. It's been really fun to watch.
Now here's a 3-point attempt from Wilson on the left arc. That one no good. Duffin able to corral it in. Minute 14 left to play in regulation. Lane have had this one from the start as Torrey Line drives inside. That one no good. They were looking for a foul there. They didn't get the call. Nothing that Linn-Benton can do at this point. Now Brooklyn Walters got tipped away by Lane, and they're going to say it actually went off a road runner. So to go back to Lane, 51 seconds on the clock.
I don't think Linn-Benton has any reason to hang their hats. They've had a very solid season overall. Obviously losing big to the defending NWAC champs, but...
And a mid-range jumper there from Michael Wicks.
You know, the Roadrunners, are going to finish 16-9 overall, 8-7 in the conference. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby at all.
They got one of the better defenses in this conference, but
Betty Ann Wilson from the top of the key, and she's able to hit the three-pointer. How about a night from Betty Ann Wilson? That's 15 points now on the night. Even though Linn-Benton didn't have an answer for Lane, Wilson, she came to play. And now it looks like Michael Wicks is just going to hold it. 15 seconds left on the clock. And it looks like, yeah, she's going to hold it. 5 seconds on the clock.
that's going to
Greg
do it
Shealy
for
standing up, applauding his team for a job well done. Lane, in the final game of the regular season here at home, take a commanding victory over Linn-Benton, 85-52. Lane just had everything going good for them tonight. Linn-Benton, I mean, they came in and they were competing well, especially in the beginning, but we know this Titan team is the championship caliber team, and they just showed themselves off here tonight.
Yeah, hats off to the Titans for another fantastic season where they were just in control, playing within the system, and everyone was unselfish, everyone was bought in, and dare I say, this is a little bit of a down year for them. I believe they have not lost 2 games since before 2020. So a 2-loss season, and not good enough.
It's a down year, some people would say, but not for this team. They have been playing so well. We're unsure at this point of what the NWAC schedule is going to look like, but go to the Lane Women's Basketball Twitter to find out more in the few coming days. But Lane ends off their season 26-2 on the year and 14-2 in conference play. Linn-Benton, in their first season under Lisney Regniker, finished at 16-9 with a 8-7 conference record. A pretty good season overall for Linn-Benton as they finish middle of the pack. But Lane, they're heading on to the tournament with big hopes for another championship. Don't go anywhere. The men's game is coming up. Final regular season home matchup for Lane for this men's team. About 20 minutes away here on the Lane Streaming Network.